Oye, ¿qué es lo que? Estamos aquí otra vez esta semana, estamos en español. Es Sparkle Podcast. ¿Qué es lo que? ¿Qué está pasando? Episode 125.
Episode 125. And
What's
we
poppin'?
out here. Well, I'm out here representing, and I got some tunes for the people out there so they can feel the culture. What happened to your dance moves? You don't have any? Hey. That's probably the most I've ever seen you dance in like the last 2 years.
I dance. Pull me onto the floor. Maybe I'll dance. Nobody does.
Shout out to everybody out there.
Shout outs to all my Dominicans. All my
Waving
Dominicanos.
my flag. My flag is a little messed up, but it's okay. It's here, and we're potting. So let's talk about our weekend. You had a very eventful weekend. I mean, a lot of people did.
Man, my weekend
it was Yellow Cup weekend. It was the Dominican festival. Well, it wasn't really a Dominican festival. They just gave us the parade.
It
and
was.
that's it.
I mean, for me, it was almost more lit than a Dominican festival.
I wanna sit this here. I saw people's Instagrams. Broad Street was lit. It felt
Lit.
like 99 again.
It felt like 99, 2000.
I was like, oh snap! I want to be
Yeah,
out
it
in the
was,
streets.
It was lit. People was out there, you know, and the police wasn't really bothering until like, you know, maybe 7
PM.
7 p.m.
That's
That's
kind of
when
early
they
though.
stopped everything and had people start to go home. But yo, my weekend was a movie. I'm not even gonna hold you. My weekend was a real movie.
Okay.
It started off Friday with seeing Bulín 47 perform, which, you know, a lot of people be saying things about him because he's a little weird. I'm not gonna hold you on that, but he's a little weird, but he can perform. His performance was wow. Like I'm telling you, like for the little stage he was on, the performance was wow.
I saw a little bit of his performance on Rami's Instagram, and I was like, "This is very entertaining." Not my type of party, but it was very entertaining.
Yeah, and his man's, which looks like Tory Lanez,
Oh goodness!
slipped and fell mid performance. Hilarious.
That's not funny.
Nah, even he was laughing. It was that funny because he was daggering on some girl.
Oh,
And you know, he went in for the dagger and slipped, fell, landed on his ass.
slippery when wet.
It was definitely a good show.
Okay.
You know, anybody out there that, you know, is thinking about going to a Bulín 47 show, go do it. You will pay the money and you'll be happy you paid for it.
It was worth it.
Definitely. And then obviously Saturday was another movie.
A Yellow Cup.
Shout outs to the Yellow Cup team.
Yeah, shout out to the Yellow Cup team. They were amazing. Yo, it was so lit. They had trailers in the back like famous people, a little lounge area for the event staff. It's a concert venue. And it's new. That's brand new. They built that not too long ago.
Yeah, I went to a concert there 2019. And that's where I attended a reggae fest. And it was amazing. And you know, Yellow Cup was different.
Yellow Cup was
the energy was so great, you know, and everybody was
high.
Yes, high energy. Everybody was doing their thing, mingling, dancing. You had a little bit of everything going on. It was.
I was gonna save this for last, but since you brought it up, the DJs were good. All of them, they played current music. Heavy on the current, because I'm hearing the same shit every party I go to, and it's so annoying. I feel like I know the DJ set by memory. But they played current music, new music, even some songs that I didn't hear and I Shazammed. I didn't even know. So I love the feeling of going to a party and being excited about how the DJ is going to mix it and what he's going to play, because that sets the tone for the whole party. So congratulations to the DJs up there.
Not only that, but the host. The host really
came
good.
with the DJ. And as a matter of fact, the DJ is also a host too. The one with the locs.
Yeah.
They're from Boston. I got a chance to talk to them, and I connected with them on IG. So Because I was like, y'all are from Boston? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, dang, I never met like cool people from Boston. And they were like, there's a whole bunch of us. I'm like, I never seen. And they actually live around where I'm always at. So I'm definitely going to connect with them. And like, if that is a party, if that's how they sound at a party, I want to go to that. Like their energy was
for sure
incredible from the beginning. Like the minute that DJ from Boston came in with his crew and the host, like you could feel the shift in this, probably dramatic, but you really can, because it was like he arrived and his presence was like, he was just comfortable. Like he was just ready for the night.
He was in the pocket.
He was in
fell
his
right
bag.
in the pocket.
He was in his bag.
And man, you know, if the music selection wasn't the one of the best things of the night, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they had vendors, they had games, they had the excuse me, they had the spinning camera, the My 360.
The 360, yep.
That shit is lit. They had different foods, Jamaican food, Mexican food, and then the white people's food was there too. And I was like, wow, look at the culture. Look at the That was
PVD?
No, that's New England. There was people from Connecticut, Boston, Philly.
But I'm saying like the setup was very PVD. I
mean, we say that because most of the events we go to kind of sort of do the same thing. But outside of Rhode Island, when we went to Roots Picnic, it was the same thing. They had vendors. They had the little VIP huts in the middle, or no, like shade huts or whatever they're called.
You know, I'm just biased.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not always hold out for the home team, PVD.
It did feel like PVD, but on a different level. And I think when we are outside in an event to this magnitude, we always feel like, okay, this is a level up. Like,
for sure.
Now, every event, for me, this is how I took it as, especially being a part of it. I felt like they're laying out the blueprint for us.
For
like,
sure.
To be able to even just listen to a conversation of how they put things together is a privilege, because I'm picking up game from anything I see and hearing how I'm watching people move like bosses. That shit is inspiring.
Now, can I get a little messy?
Sure.
All right, so I have to address, you know, the people, the shit talkers that was shitting on Yellow Cup.
People were shitting on it?
Yeah.
Oh, when
Twitter
it
was going crazy.
They weren't shitting on it. They were just making fun of it.
I know a lot of people. I've seen a lot of tweets that was shitting on it.
Okay.
You know, and I just want to tell those people, you fucking played yourself. Because that shit was a movie.
It was.
And if it wasn't, and it was, to me, it was probably better that it got canceled the first time. So you got this energy that everybody came with, because everybody was like, oh, waiting. Yeah, it rained last time, I'm going to take advantage of this one.
Yeah, we're going to go hard.
You know, and it was just, yo, you had to be there to experience it.
You had to be there, but I just love black people. Like, I was like, yo, everybody looks fly. Like, even there was a guy with a wife beater and like black shorts, but a fresh lineup. Like, you could just tell he was just clean. It was nothing crazy, but like everybody showed up and looked beautiful. Everybody. I was like, wow, look at that.
There was a lot of beautiful women out there, man.
So many. It was like a buffet out there. No? Too far?
No, you're not lying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of, you know, when you have flashbacks and you think about something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's crazy because, wow, it was pretty amazing.
You know, I noticed it's not as easy anymore to just walk up to girls and be like, yo, can I holler at you?
Why?
I don't know. I think it's the pressure of, you know what I mean, thirstiness and stuff like that kicks in. And you're like, maybe I should hold back a little bit.
There's a way to say it. And if you get turned down, then so what?
I'm not scared of being
You just say
down.
hi, or you just find something to compliment them, start the conversation.
But sometimes that's the hard part. Like, you know, I try to say something to somebody and she was like, oh, yeah.
Okay, move on to the
and kind of I was kind of caught, like, you know, it was one of those moments. So, you know,
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Pretty women are mean because they
she wasn't mean. She just kind of
she was not nice.
She was drawing a blank.
What did you say?
I don't remember what I said.
Exactly. That's how I know the line wasn't good. You gotta compliment the outfit. I'm telling you, pick something.
I don't.
Or just pick the smallest detail, like a necklace.
You see, the thing about me, I don't pull no lines like, yo, baby, let me holler.
I'm not. I just told you what the line is.
No, usually that's my way. Like, hey, you got a nice dress.
No, that's plain.
What am I supposed to say?
I just said it. A small detail. Like the necklace, like little small things that they're not really.
That polka dot out of the 100 polka dots on your dress, that one's the best one.
Now you're being corny. Now you're forcing
all right.
it.
So I mean,
obviously not a polka
where's
dot.
The line?
Nobody's gonna talk to you if you talk about polka dots.
I mean, but if you said compliment her dress or
I said small details.
That is a small detail. That's a very minuscule detail. That's super small.
Well, what did you do on Sunday?
Sunday, I went to the Dominican festival.
Oh, yeah.
I did other things, but I can't speak on that on the mic, You
did incriminating things?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep that to myself, though.
Please do. I went there early in the morning. I missed the parade, but there was still a lot of people on Broad Street. Like, I caught it right at the end, and I was, like, smiling. I was mad amped. I'm like, look at my people.
Waving side to side.
No,
hey,
I didn't know anybody.
Cristina está aquí. Mírame a mí.
I was, like, going down Broad Street. I went all the way down to Pavilion, parked over there. I was like, let me walk these streets and really take in the culture. I was like, smell the fritura, smell the garbage on Broad Street. Like, I just wanted
the weed smoke,
the liquor on the floor. Like, I just wanted to smell my people, and the extra cologne for no reason. And man, it brought me so much joy. I was like, I miss this. Like, I miss being amongst a bunch of tigres. Like, that's my favorite.
A bunch of tigres.
That is my favorite. Like, to hear the slang and to hear. I
was amongst los matatane.
Oh wow!
Yeah, los matatanes was out.
Everybody was outside. The grandmas, the tias.
The tias were hitting on the younger dudes. I was like,
I mean, yeah, that happens. Cool.
You know, there was a older lady that. She walked up to me and she was like, "Ven acá, tú eres security." And she put her hand on my chest, and I was like, I froze. I'm like,
security.
Doña, permiso, doña. ¿Cómo tú me vas a hacer eso a mí? Tocarme así. Si me toca así, me tiene que terminar el trabajo.
Ew, stop. You're sick. That's nasty as hell. But yeah, people were outside.
People were in great spirits.
There was no fights, no...
Well, that I witnessed, none.
Wow. Give it up for that, man. That's a blessing. I always pray, like, please don't give these white people some fucking shit to talk about. Because they be all over Facebook talking, Broad Street's dirty, Broad Street's loud. Bro, like, just call us ghetto. Just say it.
You know, that's one of the things that I don't go on like Facebook anymore, because anytime there's a news report or something,
they're going in.
It's like, oh, get rid of the mayor. Get these people. It's so dangerous in Providence. Have you been to Providence?
Some of those people live in Providence and talk shit but won't leave.
If you don't like it here, go somewhere else.
Yeah, bye. Give us your houses, Providence especially over by the castle. I want one of those houses.
Providence is a beautiful place. You know, we have our bad things, of course, like any other place. But, you know, it's a beautiful place. And I think outside of the bad, there's a lot more good than people look at from the outside. I
mean, I wouldn't say that, because there's the bad outweighs the good here. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like school, rent, cost of living, like, there's a lot of fucked up shit.
Of course.
But when it comes down to the culture in the arts, in the nightlife, in the food, in the people, and mostly because there's some people that I wish we can just bring to Mars with Jeff Bezos and never bring them back. But aside from that, the culture here is so vibrant. Like, I feel like we're finally getting to the place where New York is at. Like, where niggas be like, New York all day, blah, blah, blah.
Now people are starting to be like PVD all day.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what I think. That's the pride. The good energy is coming with the pride. Like, it's going to meet halfway, hopefully, at some point. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful Sunday. I missed most of it, but
I did too. You know,
I bought this bad boy at I think they're Guatemalan, right? Ñañitos.
I'm not sure.
Cost me 20 beans. I was like, Doña, 20 pesos. She was like, I see, mija. I was like, all right, I'll take it. Oh, we're in next year too. You always got to try to bargain.
You know, I probably did the first thing I did when I stepped on Broad Street was go to the Fruteria Frias.
You got a pastelito?
No, I got a bola de yuca.
Ugh. But it has meat in it. You ate meat?
No, with cheese. It had cheese in it. And a lemonade. Una limonada. Bien hecha.
Nice and cold with mad ice.
Not too much ice. I'm not big on the ice. So just give me a little bit of ice. Just make sure the lemonade is right.
Sometimes it's too sour.
Yeah, if it's too sour, no, but this one was...
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Perfect. You know, and like that started my day off the right way. You know, I was already late, so I didn't so I didn't bother like going all the way down Broad Street just yet. So I, you know, walked down to like around the Mispeño area. I seen all the people walking back. Took a few photos, and then I linked up with my boy Cinco.
Hey, shout out to Raul.
And then we started shooting everywhere.
It's so weird to me. I hate hearing like stage names or IG names because I know people by their real names. And like, what if he doesn't want people? I don't know. But you know, it's funny you mentioned him because I bumped into him the other day. He was in downtown taking pictures. But yeah, it sounds like a swell weekend. I wish I was there for the whole thing. I haven't seen the streets packed like that in a long time. The festival was in the streets.
For sure. I mean, it wasn't as much people as a festival will bring. But
I mean, obviously.
But there was a couple, I say like a good 1,000 people out there.
That's a good number. And shout out to the Providence Police for actually letting our people be outside.
That was a little long of applause.
I'm sorry. It does it on its own.
They did end the party.
I mean, it's Sunday, and you're not supposed to be in the middle of the street like that.
Give us a 9 o'clock. You know what I mean?
They don't have to give you anything.
True, but
to be honest,
y'all could have done a 9 o'clock.
Not on a Sunday. Everything closes at 6 on a Sunday.
It's VJ Day in Rhode Island today.
So today.
It's a holiday.
Should have kept going today.
No se trabaja.
And that's not true because I went to work today. So that's only like schools and what is it called? Federal? State? Whatever that shit is. But anyway, let's get to some pop culture. First, I want to say rest in peace to Whitney Houston. She would have been 58 today. And I believe Whitney Houston to be the best singer of all time. Like, top 2, not 2. In my humble opinion.
I mean, I can't disagree with you. Her voice was like none other. Like none other.
Yes. And Megan Good also turns 40 years old today. And I was thinking about Megan Good and like how she's iconic. And I was like, but why is she iconic? But it's because
she's been in a lot of movies.
Not only that, but because this is going to come off a certain way, but black women weren't really given roles.
Oh, okay.
And especially not lead roles. So I think that she got a lot more attention because she was really one of 4 at the time. It was her, Sanaa Lathan in the 90s, Halle Berry, and The one from Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the one that plays his girlfriend. Ooh, you know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know her.
The short hair. She's
I
in
know
The
who
Best
you're talking
Man.
about. I don't know her.
But anyway, it is Megan Good's 40th birthday, and she looks
like a snack.
Amazing.
Yo.
Do you remember the first time you saw Megan Good in a movie or in the show?
I remember. I don't remember what movie it is. I knew instantly she was bad.
She was instantly. A kid. You were a kid.
I was a kid too.
Well, actually, no, because she's like 7 years older than you.
Either way, I knew she looked good.
I think the first movie I saw her in was in Friday. I think that's her. She's in a lot of stuff. So let me see if I could go down. Yeah, she's in Friday. When the ice cream truck comes around and Big Worm is outside, she's in that scene.
That is her.
Yep. She's also in Cousin Skeeter. You remember that show? Mm-hmm. The Steve Harvey Show. She's in a couple episodes. Oh, she's in one episode. House Party 4.
I didn't watch House Party 4.
She's in the 21 Questions video. Deliver Us from Eva, My Wife and Kids.
That's where I seen her first.
What?
Deliver Us from Eva.
Yeah, Deliver Us from Eva. She's in You Got Served. She's the girlfriend. Mm-hmm. She's in The Cookout. She doesn't really have any like... Oh, wait, I'm lying. Waist Deep. The one with Tyrese. She was in Stomp the Yard. She's done a lot of work, but I feel like she just hasn't had her breakthrough moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a crazy performance. She's in Think Like a Man as well. I think that's the most popular one, the latest one. But yeah, shout out to Megan Good and to all the other black actresses out there doing their motherfucking thing.
Get it.
So, so the big screen is in full effect, and there are a lot of major movies coming out this month. Did you see some of the trailers to these movies? Any of these movies? Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds, Respect with Jennifer Hudson and Forest Whitaker, Coda, The Night House, and Candyman.
I think I seen Candyman.
That's the black version of it.
Yeah, I think I seen that trailer a while ago.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out last year, but because of coronavirus, it didn't. Yo, that trailer is sick. Shout out to what's his name? We were talking about him last week, Jordan Peele. He's a beast. All these movies look amazing. And I don't know if it was just me, but I think in the trailer they only kill white people. I have to look back at it. All the black people are.
I didn't.
You didn't focus too much.
I didn't focus on it. I just kind of seen the whole thing.
I'm always looking for clues.
Looks really good.
You have to look for clues with Jordan Peele. It's always some political. The Free Guy with Ryan looks pretty cool. It's basically about this guy who has powers. When he puts on glasses, he's like in a simulation. He's a character in a video game. It's kind of like the Truman Show with Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. And
I like Ryan Reynolds.
He's cool. He's cool. He's funny, I guess. And then of course the Aretha Franklin biopic. I cannot wait to see that. Jennifer Hudson is mad smart. She only takes parts that has to do with music. She's like, I'm gonna sing.
It's her lane.
It is her lane. And Coda is actually interesting because that movie is about a son or a daughter who's in a family of 3 or 4, and they're all deaf except for her. Does that narrative sound familiar to you?
Yes.
And it's gonna be one of those emotional movies. Like the girl really wants to sing, but her family can't hear it. And then in parts of the trailer, like you could see the family looking at her on stage and it's on mute. You can't hear shit. And they're just seeing like people going crazy, but they don't hear anything. So they conflict with each other because they don't want her to chase the dream. But she's like, I know you niggas can't hear, but like, I want to sing.
They do have interpreters now.
Yeah, but they didn't have that here. Come on, it's a movie. Dramatic. How you trying to change the movie?
I'm just saying.
That's not the point in the movie.
You remember the interpreter at
they were lit.
Mm-hmm. And then at the Joe Budden podcast when he was trying to get it to say say nigga.
Inappropriate things, yeah.
And she wouldn't say it.
Mm-hmm. She kept looking at him like,
nah, I'm not saying that.
She was about to say, nigga, please. That was fun. And then there's another movie called The Night House, which looks really, really scary. So look forward to those movies, I guess. Get out there, be safe, do it safely, and don't be outside if you think you have the coronavirus because you're nasty. But speaking of movies, there are some movies that are turning 25 today. Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo. I can never say that nigga's name.
DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio. The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, obviously. The Birdcage.
One of my favorites.
Remember that movie, The Birdcage, with Robin Williams? The Craft, 101 Dalmatians, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Space Jam. Of course, we just talked about that with The New Legacy, which I'm sure you have not watched. I
still haven't watched the movie.
Shame on you. Fargo, Matilda, Independence Day.
Matilda, I used to like that as a kid.
That movie's lit. Mission Impossible and Jerry Maguire, both starring Tom Cruise. Yes, I'm like, yo, Tom Cruise was the fucking man, huh?
You had a long weekend.
No, I did not actually. I had an okay weekend, but I was just thinking about like where I was mentally when these movies come out. I remember watching these movies. I was only like 8. But I remember all of these clear as day. And it's just so crazy that was 25 motherfucking years ago. You know how old that makes me?
What was your favorite movie out of that whole lineup?
Wait, no, this can't be 25. This can't be 25 because, nah. I think I wrote the wrong number. I have to go back. Now I have to check. What were you going to say?
Which of those movies on that lineup could you say is your favorite movie?
Ooh,
you have to pick one.
96. Wow. It didn't come. Wow.
It is 25 years.
Yeah. So I was only 5, but I still remember these movies. Let me see. Matilda was really good. Really good. But Scream is my favorite horror film of all time. Like, I love that movie. And part 2 was good too. But then The Craft. Ooh, and The Nutty Professor. And Romeo and Juliet. That movie was ill. There was a lot of violence in that movie. But I can't really choose.
Fine, I'll give you 2. So okay. It's a little easier for you.
So The Nutty Professor, because it's classic, and Scream. Those 2. But every movie on this list, I used to watch The Birdcage all the time.
I'm gonna have to say Independence Day and Nutty Professor for me.
Yeah. Hercules. Like, there's just so many moments.
Although, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, yo, he was ahead of his time.
Now you're talking. Like
he was the broke nigga getting the bad chick.
Oh, my gosh. You're stupid.
Am I lying, though?
I don't know.
He was the ugly broke
It was
dude.
The choppy. Dominican soy. He was the choppy. Woo, that's
Estaba
funny.
chapeando.
All right, moving on. Vanessa Bryant, if you guys have been paying attention to any of the drama, Vanessa Bryant is being sued by her mom. Her mom says that she owes her money for babysitting the kids. Vanessa Bryant said it was all lies. She barely watched them. And how could she watch them 12 hours a day if the kids were in school? Valid point. Mm-hmm. So they settled it. They settled it outside of court. And that is the last, I'm sure that we'll hear about that. So I don't know who's interested in that, but.
You know, she was like, Mom.
Would you, if you became rich, would you pay for your mom for everything?
Yes, but not everything.
Wow, why not?
I put limits, just like my mom did when I was a kid.
You got McDonald's money?
my mom was a G. She'd be like, when I was like 15 and I wanted to go to the mall, you know, that's where all the young kids like to go.
I never did that, but I understand.
I used to be, Ma, can you take me to the mall? She'd be like, give me $5 for gas. I know you got it. She didn't care that gas was much more than that or much less than that.
$5 for gas was good.
She just showed me basically like, yo, if you want something, you got to pay up.
That's a little harsh, I feel like.
But you know, it worked out well because now as an adult,
I saw the sadness in your face.
You know, it's sad sometimes. My mom be like, "Dame 5 pesos."
So where do you limit your mom? Like, how do you set boundaries?
I'll buy you a house. I'll buy you a car. I'll give you an allowance.
An allowance? Pero. How much are you giving her a week?
It's not when you ask for it.
Okay, but an allowance is like a reoccurring payment.
Yeah, it'll be a monthly payment, though, not a week.
My
yo te voy a dar $1,000.
You're a cheap ass. That's why.
That's not being cheap. I'm giving her $1,000 a month.
That's nothing.
For her, she could do a lot. She's not even in the state, and she got a lot of money. My mom,
yeah, but $1,000 a month. That's like $300 a.
That's $12,000 a year. Free.
That's nothing.
Tax free too.
You're cheap. I would give my mom like $4,000 a month.
Well, you better be grossing in a lot of money.
I said rich.
Oh, if we're rich, that's a different story.
Well, what money you counting on today?
Not today. Well, a little better than today, but yeah. I would say if I was rich, I'd give her $2,500.
$2,500
a month.
That's not bad, I guess. They don't have no bills.
It's tax free too. It's not like
they could go on vacation.
And my mom's always on vacation already, so
yeah, okay.
If I show you my mom's Facebook feed, you'd be like, man, she's everywhere. Esa doña no para. I love you, Mom.
So, Vanessa Bryant doesn't want to pay her mom. We have the opposite with Jamie Foxx, where he talked in an interview about his father spending 7 years in prison over $25 worth of substance. Let me play.
That's wild.
The clip here. Hold on.
The very kids that he taught and had the.
Let me run that back. There we go.
They put my father in jail for $25 worth of illegal substance for 7 years.
Wow.
This man was an educator in the hood for 25 years. The very kids that he taught and had the judge come and talk to, that very judge presided over his case. Put him in jail with the same kids he taught. Now, here's the thing. They don't understand that father, though, taught me how to play football, taught me how to play basketball. And then one time he said, I want you to learn how to play tennis. I said, huh? That's what white people said. No, I don't want you to be limited. So he taught me how to play tennis in Terrell, Texas. But I couldn't go see my father in jail because I don't do that. I said, I don't ever want to go. I don't visit nobody in jail, and my homies know that. I wrote my father one letter. I said, you get out, things are good. I'm on now. You get out, I save your life. So my father now lives with me. He's lived with me for the past 20 years.
So that's clearly the opposite of what happened with Vanessa Bryant. But yeah, what do you think of that? What do you think of what he just said? Because you say you were gonna put your mom in an allowance and buy her a house, but he actually lives with his dad. You saving money, no? You
do save money, but I don't want my mom living with me.
But if your house is big, if you're Jamie Foxx, your house down the hallway, you gotta need a walkie-talkie.
But my mom will still find a way. Ruben,
why do moms do that?
My mom will use a loudspeaker if she had to. Ruben,
that's annoying.
Ruben, and I'll be like, Ma, what?
Please.
You know when your mom calls you and you're stomping your feet like,
Carisha, please.
Ma, what do you want?
Yeah, that's my everyday life.
Yeah, I don't need that again.
Yeah, I understand.
I love you, Mom, but no.
Moving on, there's a video.
I love this.
I can't tell you how many times I watched this video. Literally, it was looping. So there's a video of a dog going viral. A dog named Miss Eva being, the dog's locks is being retwisted, and they also color it. And they're calling the hairdresser a loctician for her 5 years of expertise. And it says that it takes Leah 2 hours to groom Miss Eva. And according to the reports, this is common. in the poodle world.
It's very common.
I've never heard that. I've never seen that. But
sometimes poodle
this dog looks crazy.
Cut their hair so their poodle looks like a lion and stuff like that.
Yeah, but not with
I
locks.
love this. I really love this because it looks therapeutic for the dog.
Oh my gosh, yo, it's true. It's real. She even locked her tail. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I
love this.
Sick.
I really love this.
For me, what really killed me was the comments under this post. Someone says it's giving Snoop Dogg. And then someone says the dog listens to Sade and collects crystals. That's mad funny.
I love me some Sade.
And then someone else said, this is kind of dope. Might sound crazy, but I like it. So
I love it. I really love this.
Yeah.
I wish I could dread my hair.
My thing is how...
You know it's funny. The other day... The other day, somebody goes, "Yo, Ruben, why don't you grow your hair?" I'm like, sorry, but my top is going. My top is coming down. So I gotta figure something out.
I like my beat down low and my top laid back. Oh, poor thing.
Hey, I think it's time.
You accepted it?
No, I've already accepted it, but I think it's time. I'm gonna get tatted now.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
I said if I go
like
bald,
on your head.
No. I'm gonna get like fully tatted though.
Oh, okay.
I said if I go bald, I'm gonna get tatted and I'm gonna get in shape.
Okay.
So I think it's time. I really do.
You've been saying this for 2 years, so.
But now it's really in effect. The baldness is here and it's not going anywhere.
That is hilarious. Well,
shout out to all the bald men.
It looks good.
I feel like,
understand.
and you may not say so, but a lot of women hair shame guys.
I never heard women say, "Ew, a bald guy," like except for Emma.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've never seen it, but
and I think that's why I was so nervous about it. But I've been accepted very well by women.
Good for you.
Now I get head rubs.
Oh, I
love head rubs.
Okay,
so ladies,
down.
If you want to rub my head, please do.
Don't do that. That's mad crazy.
I mean, I just gotta throw it out there. Like I'm down for the head rub.
Okay. All right. Moving forward, Beyonce dropped a new line on for Ivy Park, which I don't understand why she advertises to the masses because we can never get a hold of it. Everybody buys it, and she gives it to her celebrity friends. Like, girl, what about us? Anyways, she has some really pleasant looking black folks in the commercial per usual. And they all, I'm sure, do something.
I mean, Toby Nigwe is on there?
Yes, he's in there. And I'm so glad that she gave him this platform because he deserves more shine than what he gets because he's very underrated. And then the old man in the video and the girl with him, they're actual cow boys and girls.
Son Allegra's in there too.
Snow Allegra, yep. The R&B act of the year, I guess, right? Everybody was anticipating her. But
I like her music, so for me, yes.
Okay.
She gives me not in the music, but her. I mean, you could say Sade vibes in the music sometimes too.
Yeah.
But her
I don't
looks,
feel like that's a bad
looks,
comparison. She's beautiful.
Oh, she's amazing.
So the old man in the video's name is Glenn Turman, and he's actually an Emmy-winning actor.
Yeah.
He landed his first role. I'm reading from the website. He landed his first role as a 12-year-old playing Sidney Poitier's son in the iconic stage play A Raisin in the Sun, which is also based on a novel.
I think I've seen that.
You probably have. It was very popular. He parlayed that career into television and films.
The inside joke's so crazy.
And is best known for playing pivotal roles in a series such as A Different World, The Wire, and How to Get Away with Murder. Lately, he has again received critical acclaim for his role of Dr. Senator in the FX series Fargo. His longtime fans still refer to him as Preach, the role he played in the coming-of-age 1975 classic film Cooley High. And he's a real-life cowboy. And he's from New York City, but he's lit. That's pretty cool. And then the girl is Melinda Siegel. She's his granddaughter.
And Beyonce just dropped a new video.
No, it's not new.
You sure?
You're talking to the Beehive.
You sure? Because for me, it was a new video.
Yeah,
it's
because
an older song.
You don't care.
New video for me.
She just cut it out of the doc.
Oh,
that's from the. Is that the doc? Yeah, from The Gift, from The Lion King.
No, I know where it's at.
But you didn't see The Gift?
But I don't remember seeing that video.
But did you or did you not see The Gift? Her album, her visual album. That's part of it.
I don't remember this part though.
Yeah, it was lit.
But yeah, this is the first time I seen it.
It's a beautiful video, but a lot of people didn't notice that either. People were like, "Is this a new video?" I'm like, guys, don't you remember The Gift? So yeah, I mean, Beyonce's always up to something. She's smart. She re-released the video, or she released this clip as a solo video to create the buzz.
I'm fooled.
Yeah, a lot of us were.
You got me.
A lot of y'all. Sorry,
you got me, B.
She usually does that. Moving on, let's talk about Allison Felix, who becomes the most decorated woman in track and field of all time. She won her 10th Olympic medal. She won a bronze in the 400-meter run, and she's been winning Olympic medals since 2004. And also the women's basketball team for Team USA versus Japan wins in the Tokyo Olympics. So give it up to all the black women winning in sports right now. And I think the USA men's basketball team won too, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't care to look for stuff about men because
Olympics I have not been paying attention to.
Me either. I'm only mentioning it because it's women and they're black. So
I did see that one race where I think it was Venezuela and DR that came in first and second.
Okay.
But most of these countries are putting their black people to compete. It's not,
It would be smart of them.
By design, you know what I mean? Because black people are a little more athletic than anybody else, and that's just science.
It's not science, but it's been proven, yes.
It's
not science. But yeah, shout out to Team USA. I don't care about this country and the flag, but I do care about the black people in it and the women in it very much so. So congratulations to them. And we're moving on to DeMarcus. Do you remember DeMarcus?
How's this?
Go to Marcus. So it's a video that went viral like maybe 6 years ago about a little boy who sings his own song. So a little girl, he has her pinned up. He has her pinned up against the brick wall, and then he kisses her on the forehead and walks away.
Now, let me ask you a question. If I pull up on somebody like that,
no, you can't do it.
Is that acceptable today?
I mean, it would be funny.
But that's what you see.
It depends
Back to
on the
what
girl.
I was saying earlier.
And no, it depends on the girl. If the girl is funny, she's gonna get it. If the girl is not funny, then she's gonna be dry about it. But I have it right here. Let's play a clip of it. Right here.
Master in here. I was looking at you and you was looking at me and we was thinking. My lips. Master in here. I was looking at you and you was looking at me and we was thinking. Whoa. Hey baby, I know you got a man. I know you love me, girl. But I love you more than anything. Get more. I could buy you diamonds and rings, pearls, everything.
Yo,
you know what's crazy? That's been sampled too.
Oh, absolutely! It's part of the culture now.
For sure. I think it's Trippie Redd sampled it.
I'm not surprised. This is like his thing. This is, his time. He was young. So apparently DeMarcus is making a documentary about the viral video. And the trailer is really trash, and this is ghetto. And it's,
I want to watch it even more now.
It's like, okay.
I seen it and I was like,
it's just so pointless.
this is like what's that Bay, the Hurt Bay video.
Oh, no, that was different.
But this is the opposite of that.
But my thing is, they reenacted the video. He's like a grown-ass man. He's reenacting it with the same girl. And then the same girl.
That's beautiful.
That's dumb, but who asked for this? Like, why do we care? We don't care about DeMarcus.
We want to see DeMarcus. DeMarcus,
Why?
where are you? Come back.
Nobody wants to see DeMarcus.
I want to see this.
Just you.
I'm sure there's somebody else. I just want to see it for like, it's a full circle moment.
What is the full circle?
That he's back at it again.
No, that's dumb as hell.
Go DeMarcus. I'm rooting for my guy.
Why?
Because
it's trash. Like
years later, he's still chasing the same girl.
It was not. You know what? Last but not least, for the pop culture segment, I just want to talk about how cuffing season is upon us. And if you are
anything yet.
Okay, nobody asked you. If you are a day one, that our very first episode
was about cuffing.
And you know what?
Oh, you're going
I'm going to play a little bit.
Let's go.
Of this hot
mess.
I think we even named it cuffing season. Let's see.
Cuffing season.
Oh, please stop. How can I play this right here?
You said your sweaters, and then what was the last thing?
Your
Contracts. Yes.
This is a throwback. This was our old theme song. Let me forward it a little bit.
It's what you want, you know what I mean? Cuffing season's here.
Let me find out.
I have no choice.
Let me find out. See, Rubans liked this picture.
Yeah, you can see
I'm
that.
still liking all the
everybody's
pictures.
Instagram want us to be slipping now.
Commenting on girls' pictures.
Oh, beautiful.
Saying abusadora.
Nah.
Oh, put me on this. Hey, the abusadora still works.
Wow, you always been a thirst.
I mean, what's thirst? If somebody look good, they look good. Let me slide in. I'm single at the time I would like to think.
This is why you're always asking what's thirsty and what's not.
I gotta be careful.
Do I need to pull up the dick pic episode too?
You can pull that up.
So people can hear how you described your experience. Nah, I don't even know where that place is. But that episode is hilarious. I was dying on that episode. Please go back and listen to some of our very, very rusty and beginner mode podcasts. They're
fun.
They're fun. Bear with us. But they were borderline trash. Not trash. They were disorganized and a hot ass fucking mess. And here we are 5 years later, and sometimes we are still
I know I'm still a mess.
You.
And I'm still out there trying to cuff. So
you just say you're not cuffing this season. Make up your mind.
That don't mean that I'm not
Niggas
trying.
are so fake. You want to know why? Hold on.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Niggas are fake because you will say, I'm not cuffing nobody. But if a little girl comes through, not a little, I'm sorry.
Yo, draw that back a little bit. Whoa, slow down. No machucalo. You can take that one out.
I meant like a little girl, like a little old girl. Like,
a little ting. Like,
yeah, not like
nice.
a minor.
Okay.
Calm down. God damn.
You gotta be careful how you say things.
Okay.
You know?
But if a girl came through and gave you some attention, your whole mindset would change.
Maybe.
Lie.
Maybe.
I dare
Maybe.
you.
Try me. Let's find out.
Niggas are crazy. Oh,
Let's find out. Try me.
you're feeling feeling froggy.
You gotta play the machucalo. Period. There we go. That's much better.
That's you.
If you know what machucalo means, come into my lane.
That's sick. Please stop.
Machucalo. Hey.
All right. That is it. That is all that I have.
Cruzao.
Please stop. That is all that I have for the culture shock this week. I feel like some other stuff happened, but it was all hip hop. So be on the lookout for Mic Check 14. You know, last week we said it was 14. It was really, and you weren't gonna say anything. You weren't gonna tell me. You were just gonna let me look crazy.
I mean,
put our name on stuff that's messed up.
Honestly, I did that same thing with episode 23. I said 20.
Yeah, but then I named it correctly and did the flyer correctly. Like, I literally put 14 on the flyer, on the caption, and none of you. Wow, team player, huh? But anyway, so yeah, look forward to all the hip hop things and more tomorrow. Of course, we'll be talking about Nas's new album, Kanye, who I'm done and over with.
Really?
2 live streams with the same shit. Okay, just drop the album. But anyway, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that tomorrow. So, today's topic of the night, day, whatever time you're listening to, is Dominican culture. Dominicano soy. We needed a Brugal. I should have brought a Brugal. So I feel like people know that we're Dominican and we talk about Dominican, but I don't think we've ever talked about it as a whole. And we are first generation Americans. So our experience is different from our kids, like our nieces and nephews. Like they're Americans.
Yeah, for sure. They're a little more removed from culture.
A lot more removed. These niggas don't talk Spanish. None of them.
Some of them secretly do. They just don't speak it.
That's trash.
For sure.
But how would you describe the Dominican culture?
Wow. There's so many layers.
Are you gonna cry?
No. There's just so many layers. Where do I start? From the food. You know, there's a certain way you act too. You know, I'm not saying that you're acting a certain way, but you know, you could tell a Dominican,
their demeanor.
You know, the way they move. You know,
the walk, the talk. It has a specific
El tigreaje.
Yeah,
El tigreaje, the swag.
How do
el
they
piquete.
Say? No, la pinta.
La pinta.
There you go. That's the drip.
Yo, how can you tell you're Dominican without saying it?
How can you tell someone's Dominican without saying it? I don't know. You got me.
Sometimes the white pants.
Not the white pants. Okay.
No socks.
You're not describing the culture.
I'm not describing the cultures, but
that's what I asked you.
Okay, describe the culture. It's very rich. Damn, it's so hard to like describe it just because there's so many things that make the Dominican culture. Where do you want me to start?
Well, I'll start by saying I think one way to describe it is fun.
Yes,
Dominican people are very fun. Sometimes too fun. Sometimes they don't know how to shut that shit off. But it's great, and it makes for great memories and festive. Like, we're very festive. We take advantage of every milestone, every accomplishment to be outside or inside somebody's house, dress up to sit in the sala. Like, that's a real stereotype. We do that. But I think it's beautiful, too. I feel like Dominicans know how to enjoy life.
You know, not only that, but it's stress relief.
Yeah, it's stress relief. It's therapy.
You know, it's a way to get away from the poverty, the life struggles. You know,
that's so true.
You play some Fernandito Villalona, and some of the stress goes away.
It really does. It just.
I mean, I always watch my mom play some Juan Luis Guerra, in the morning.
Legend.
You know, and you see her cleaning the house, dancing, and it's like, wow, this is. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, people like to clean, but nobody really wants to do it. If you had the money, you'd pay somebody to do it. You know what I mean? But my mom would be in the kitchen singing her heart out, music blasted to 1,000.
It has to be loud.
You know, and I don't know, but my mom would cook some plátano con salami. Plátano con salami. Plátano con salami.
Damn, I should have got that sound.
You know. It's
I got a
funny 'cause
sneaky
I
little
was
video.
that went viral.
It did
early.
not go viral.
In those days, that was viral.
It did not go viral at all.
You got like 1,000 plays now.
And that video was put up like 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Okay, I'm lying. 15-ish.
But think about the time.
Ruben, that's like less than a play a
Nowadays.
Nah, it wasn't at 1,000 always.
Oh, I thought it was always.
No,
like back
it
then.
occurred over time.
Ooh, I'll take that back.
Yeah, that's like one play a year.
0.5 views.
That's crazy. I would also describe the Dominican culture as easygoing too and very familial. Like every time we have someone that comes new into the family, we kind of adopt them and treat them
That's
like
it. Tú eres mi
cousins.
primo.
Yeah, everybody's an aunt, everybody's an uncle. Like every time I see an old lady, I always
Bendición, tía.
I don't say tia to everybody, but I had this one Dominican lady. She gave me a ride. She was my Uber driver. And this was at the beginning of COVID, like when they were about to shut everything down. And she was like, ay, cuídate, mi hija, ponte limón, and like do all this crazy mentol, like
Sounds like my mom.
like doing the most and shit that really don't make sense.
Rubén, tú te estás poniendo tu máscara. Yo sé que tú te vacunaste y todo eso, pero tienes que poner tu máscara porque que dime a ver, ¿qué tú haces en la calle? Todo este tiempo sin máscara. Yo cuando salgo a la esquina hasta la bodega me pongo mi máscara.
It's always to La Esquina.
Yeah.
But they really be going
No, my
all over the
mom's
place.
out here.
Yeah, I
My
know.
mom's been to Costa Rica, to Puerto Rico, to Miami. She came to Rhode Island, to New York, all in COVID.
Yeah, that's what they do. But this lady was giving me like all these tricks and tips, and I was like, this feels like such an auntie thing to do. And when I left the car, I said bendición to her, and she turned around and she was like, Dios te bendiga, mi hija. Like she was just so
proud.
happy and proud. It's
wow.
respectful.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I have to do that. Like that's also part of the Dominican culture is respecting your elders, and like the old ladies in the family are like treasures.
Yeah,
And
for
like
sure.
they're just these cute little grumpy old ladies that are like loud.
Quítate de ahí.
They could cook their asses off.
Yo, the food be bomb.
Food is always well seasoned.
And older Dominican parents and older folks are all hustlers.
Yeah, that's true.
Mama Tela.
The Johnny Cake.
Johnny Cake is on the block. If you go back
That's
to the
a hood
Wadsworth
classic.
days where we grew up, you know, my grandmother used to sell Johnny Cake is for 50
Fried doughboys.
cents. Fried doughboys.
And they were big as big as your face.
And them things will smack.
Yo, I ate so much I got sick.
Put it this way. And she'll have a layaway for people too. She wasn't playing. She was like,
She had a
no, you can
tab.
pay me later.
Yeah.
You know, every time you came. Even to me, she'd be like,
Yeah, she charged everybody. Nobody ate
my
for
money. My money. Like, you're messing with my business. I want my money.
Dead ass. But yeah, I think the Dominican culture is beautiful. And when you go to DR, you can feel like life in DR is so simple. People really just need enough money to eat, enough money for the light and the water, and for a beer on a hot day.
Sure.
Literally. I mean, of course, there's people that have, I don't want to make it seem like everybody has this like lower level life, but it's like simplified. Like the poor people are poor, but they're not really complaining about being poor.
They live in their poorness, but they're happy.
They live day by day, which is scary.
Which is, I mean, us looking
that
at
way,
it
yeah.
from here, it's a little different, but you go out there and these people are happy. You know, we're broke and we cry.
Yeah, because broke is not a joke. But just the island itself is
beautiful.
The culture is vibrant. It felt like that on Broad Street where like you passing down and everybody's sitting outside of their house playing music, or in DR they sit outside of bodegas and
people playing dominoes.
Yeah, like it's just people utilize their time to be together, to laugh, to dance, and to work.
It's very joyous.
It's joyous, yes.
It's very joyous.
Like that.
You know, and there's so much more that we can't. Obviously, we don't have enough time to tackle.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But there's so much layers to the Dominican culture. You know,
and then there's the negatives like colorism
Yes.
and hate against Haitians historically. But that gets
you know, that's a whole
that's a different conversation
of its own.
That's the political side of things, because Dominicans in politics, it's pretty serious. They care about politics, and they know how to hold their government accountable. I noticed that. It's always a hot mess. But besides that, you know, Dominicans, we like to be loud and expressive through dancing, through talking. Sure. If you hear someone yelling at each other, they're probably not arguing.
No, they're having a nice conversation.
They're having a great conversation. And you know what? They probably do argue. But at the end, it's whatever. It's all love.
Yes.
It's great. But to end it off, what parts of your childhood reminded you that you're Dominican? Like something you went through, something you heard that you're like, that's mad Dominican.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good question. For me, I would say my grandmother, the café in the morning, café con leche and pan. Yes. You know, if you've been to DR, you know, in the morning you have your bread guy that drives through the neighborhood. Vendo pan para todo el mundo, fresco. Really early, like 6:30 in the morning.
Now that I think of it, that's actually really dope. Like groceries come right to your doorstep, basically.
For sure, ahead of its time, if you ask me. But
Uber,
you know what I mean, they was doing Uber before Uber. Uber Eats before Uber Eats.
It's a fact.
You know, and you know, then you have your guy selling sugar. Vendo azúcar,
fruits, vegetables,
even like brooms and stuff like that.
You're lying. Sure, I've never seen that. When's the last time you went to DR?
Well, that's
exactly.
But
maybe
you know what I mean.
Dreamt it.
No, for sure. When I went, I definitely seen a truck selling household items.
I don't believe you.
Vendo suape, for real, for sure. And if you know
suape.
If you're Dominican from the hood in DR, you know what a swape is.
Yeah.
You know, it's not dique mapo. It's a swape. That's hood for mop.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yo, DR is different.
And one thing is, you know, Dominicans are like the slang providers to all Spanish culture.
Yeah, we're
Hispanic culture.
This is why I tell black people that Dominicans are very similar to black Americans here, because we're like,
we're the trendsetters.
For lack of a better term, we're the niggas of the Spanish culture.
You know,
we have the dembow, the reggaeton, the rappers.
You know, and
the fast life, the bike life, everything that's urban is what we are.
Exactly.
We're innovators of the culture.
For sure.
It's an absolute fact.
I mean, for all the people that are listening, you hear them, bro. You see the influences. You see it. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people deny it, but...
I mean, in the Beatles of the Latin world is a Dominican group, Aventura. They are the only... Actually, no, I think Anthony Santos did too, but I think they are the only or the first bachata singers group to sell out Madison Square Garden twice.
I think Juan Luis Guerra and Anthony Santos did that.
Might have been after.
Possibly. I'm just, you know.
I'm pretty sure that they were the first one. But Google it, verify me. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I love
I love being who I am.
There's annoying parts of it, but it's like every Caribbean person has that duality where like there's pros and cons. Like I hate this way, but this is our way. Like this is our way of being, and it's great. It's beautiful, and we're lit. And I'm so glad that we live in a city that is full of people that look like us, sound like us.
Not only that, people that embrace us.
That too,
shout outs
but that's because there's so many Dominicans
people
here.
that embrace Dominican culture, from the Puerto Ricans, the African American community, the Haitian brothers and sisters. You know, everybody that
We have a whole day dedicated to Dominicans here, and they painted the Dominican flag on Broad Street, which, if you know, if you've been to Rhode Island, it's like Washington Heights or Spanish Harlem. Like it looks that way, but more like it's smaller. It's a smaller vicinity, but we have everything right there: the chimis, the patelitos, the juice, the fruit guy, the people walking down selling merch for the Dominican festival,
bizcochos,
the cake. That's why do Dominicans love cake so much? Carbs. We love carbs.
We love carbs. Carbs on carbs on carbs.
Yeah, I had lasagna and rice literally right before this
at a cookout.
No.
Please say it was a cookout.
No, today I said.
I was
not
about
on a
to say
cookout. That's
cookout.
just you. You're spreading lies.
You
Never. At a birthday party outside, maybe.
Next time I'm gonna point it out. I'm like, look at the lasagna.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but not at a cookout.
All right, we'll revisit that. So let's get into my favorite part of the podcast, where we, showcase songs that we like. Is Pass Me the Aux. I'm gonna pass you the aux because I want to see what you brought to the table.
I don't really.
You get 2 choices this week, by the way.
Okay,
I want you to give me a song that you've been listening to, and something that it could be any song, but it has to be from a Dominican artist.
Okay, that's easy. So I've been listening to Nas's album Heavy, and of course the most talked about song on the album right now, Nobody, featuring Miss Lauryn Hill. All I could say is God bless Lauryn Hill. That verse, multiple verses. She didn't breathe. She did like 32 bars. That's my first pick. And then my Dominican choice is Juan Luis Guerra. I don't know the name of the song, but the one about cafe. Is it called
Café en el Campo?
Yes. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
For sure.
Okay. That's my second pick. I love that song. That song makes me feel like I'm in DR. If I close my eyes, I could see, I could smell, I could feel the humidity, the mosquitoes, the jumbo, the president. Like I could just, it's just so like Dominican. And I love that song so much. So that's my pick.
So I'm gonna go with a Nas pick as well.
Ooh, let's get it.
You know the vibes. Nas, A Boogie, YG. I love that song.
YKTV. I like the way Nas came on that. He sounded like a young guy.
I like the blend between the 3 generations. The young guys, the not so young guys, and the older guys. I think that combination is so dope. Because you hear the different styles, and obviously YG's from the West Coast, so he adds that West Coast flavor. But I think it
worked.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And I'm gonna go with something for my Dominican pick. I was gonna pick Machucalo, but I'm not gonna go there because we used that already. So I'm gonna go. I gotta go with my guy Tivi Gunz.
Again?
Party.
Okay. I never heard it, but okay.
Es un party de Marquesina. Yo, that song's so fire. You know if that's playing, it's definitely a party.
Okay.
It's one of them songs that you play if the party's dead and it's not picking up. That's what you play.
Cool beans.
So that was Pass Me the Aux. What you got for us, Christina? Shout outs.
I just want to give shout outs to Wale for a very legendary night in the city. This is the first of many. You didn't hear from me, but you heard it from me. This will start going on tour. That's the next step. God willing. And God bless. Because, you know, there's going to be a lot of shit that gets in the way, especially in the middle of COVID. So I wish Wale the best. I really do, because that event was very well put together and it was well ran. Even the people at the venue were good people. Shout out to all the white people there that were nice to us. Even though they brought out a dog, I was like, you're doing too much, nigga. What are you looking for, cocaine? And I also want to shout out Party with Rami for being outside, for being brave, for being a go-getter, for being hungry. I see you and I appreciate your energy, because she's mad smart. How did she weasel her way up to the stage like that? She be thinking. She's branding herself and she's out here, and that alone will take her far. So yeah, shout out to those people. And that's all I have for shout outs.
And I gotta do. No, I'll save that one for next week.
We're not.
No, I'll save that one for next week.
But we're not recording next week.
Oh yeah. Tell them the news.
I mean, I was gonna close with this. So we are taking a break because honestly, this summer has been overwhelming.
For sure.
And I feel like we squeezed out as much juice as possible from the episodes, but we know that everybody's outside. So I would like to enjoy outside without having to come in here or having to edit or having to, you know, try to enjoy the rest of the summer of what we have.
But also, you're being a little nice. We gave you back-to-back episodes for like 3 months, 4 months straight.
Since April. May, June, July. Yeah.
4 months straight. You know, and a break is deserved.
It's also necessary, especially as a creative. You get drained.
Exactly. We want to come here and give you, you know, our best us we can give you.
Right. And I also want to I want to be better at acting like I care about celebrities, only because the tea is fun. But sometimes I really don't give a shit about them and I don't want to talk about them. But we will be coming back in September. And we'll be coming back with guests. We'll be bringing our guests back. Mm-hmm. We have some sneaky ideas that we want to see to fruition, and then we can share them with y'all.
And highlight, we still have the BB. We still talking about BBL soon.
Oh yeah, what happened to that?
It's still there. Okay, it's just, you know, when we come back, we'll bring it back.
Yes, we'll come back with the guest, and you know, there's talks about live shows again. We haven't done a live show in a minute, almost 3 years it'll be. But our 5th anniversary is coming up, so I would like to do something special for that. And we'll be at the PVD Fest. Unfortunately,
I won't be able to make it.
It's gonna feel so wrong, but like I feel like we have to.
You have to.
Can't. We're gonna have a cutout of you.
That'll be lit.
That would be lit.
Have me call in mid-episode.
And then we'll have a you already know button.
You already know what it is, your boy Banz.
And that's it. But yeah, so look forward to everything that we have coming up, to our day ones. Thank you for sticking around and listening to us, and, you know, just being here through the growth as we continue to grow. And to the day 2s and the 3s and the 4s, thank you for joining us, and I hope that you enjoyed this season as much as we did. We had a lot of fun, especially early on with the guests. I love having guests because it's just interesting.
And you just get to know people better. Mm-hmm. That's what I love most about it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, one thing I gotta tell y'all, make sure you smash that bell, hit the like button, and make sure you share with your friends, because we're coming back, and we're coming back better. Si tú sabes que lo que, tú tienes que quedarte aquí, porque vamos a tirar más fuego.
Oh,
que lo que viene no es fácil.
Listen, I just pray that we continue to grow, and that everybody that has listened will come back every time we take a break. So,
for sure.
Or come back every time we come back from our break. And that was episode 125. Dominican soy.
So with that said, you already know what it is. Your boy Banz on side Christina. We are the Spark Up Podcast. And we'll see you, fam. Love y'all.